Good morning, whole junior high learning community. Happy Friday, Mr. Knighton here. I hope everybody's been staying warm. It has been a frigid, brutally cold week. I know this weekend doesn't seem any more promising when it comes to heat. So please, I hope that you are staying warm. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into these Friday announcements. As always, we're going to start with our word. My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together. Again, our humanity is bound up in one another's, for we can only be human together. Inspiring Heart. It's been a few weeks, but we have a new one. Shout out to Mrs. Morehouse. She is the newest recipient of the Inspiring Heart Award. Mrs. CB has passed it over to her. Mrs. Morehouse is a member of our paraprofessional team. We absolutely love having her here in the building. She is such a joy to work with, not only for our students, but also with our staff. So we really appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much, Mrs. CB, for passing this over to Mrs. Morehouse. Faces around the junior high, no surprise, always one of my favorite pieces to talk about each week. We've got a few photos here. Again, students being celebrated, just having fun. We have a couple young ladies right here. Every morning when the students come in, between Mr. Billingsley or myself, we always have music playing. Sometimes we take requests. I believe the other morning they wanted to do some cha-cha slide or something like that. So we played the music and they just had fun. I had to walk away, and from what I understand, Mr. Billingsley said that more and more students joined in, so this was just an image that I was able to grab right in the beginning. And then also on Tuesday, we announced our spring musical, which is Shrek the Musical. Originally, I believe they were supposed to do that here in 2020, but due to COVID, that one was postponed, and now we are officially getting that one off of the ground. So this is just a picture here of some of us office team. Mrs. Vogel had everybody put on little Shrek ears. So every classroom teacher, every staff member had a set of those. So we grabbed that picture. Also on Monday for MLK Day, a group of us went to the MLK Luncheon. I believe it was the 41st annual MLK Luncheon in downtown Lansing. So this is a group of us educators. Mrs. O is a principal at the high school. We got Mrs. Crabb. She's a principal at Washington Woods. Miss Henderson, she is our Justice, Belonging, and Culture Coordinator here in the district. We've got a few students here in the background, former junior high students who are now in high school, and then this funny-looking guy right here. Really good time, though. It was just neat seeing all of the performances and the pride and folks honoring and celebrating Martin Luther King's work, but also keeping us encouraged and inspired to continue his legacy and to continue to fight for what's right, and to build, systems here in our district, systems here in our world that honor all people. So thank you so much, to our district for allowing us the opportunity to go. And then last, we just have a couple other images, just, Mr. B, a couple other staff members sort of twinning it up one day. A couple students right here the other day during lunch wanted to show me some little move. And then this is a picture from last week. Just, there's a lot of burgundy going on, and there was a few students that I caught as they were coming in. I was like, let's go ahead and just take a picture. So just a lot of excitement. All right, let's move on over. Kroger account. I sent this over yesterday. There's an email that had these exact step-by-step directions. If you are a Kroger rewards member, this will not interfere, impact you in your points at all. As I put into the email that I sent out, if you go into your Kroger account, and again, the steps are right here, you can add our school under an option called Community Rewards. And from what I understand, every 3 months, I'm not sure how the percentage works, but every 3 months, a small portion of those sales gets kicked back to here, or gets kicked back to our building. So it's just another neat way for us to generate some revenue here in our building, ultimately that we give and put back into students. With that being said, students, y'all are getting better. I swear it is getting better and better, despite how crazy cold it is and the long lines sometimes in the morning. Students and families, you guys are getting really better at getting here on time. So thank you so much. But what I also wanted to say too, about us getting a little bit of kickback from Kroger is that for events like this, so our semester 1 field trip, which is coming up on January 28th, our 7th graders are going to Fun City and our 8th graders are going to High Caliber. When we have money that's coming in, we are able to provide scholarships. So for this particular field trip, there is a $35 fee. And we thank you so much too to all of you families that have sent in a little bit of extra money, because it goes a long way. And as we've also expressed and shared out each week, families, if this $35 is a burden in any way, shape, or form, please let us know. And it's because of the generous donations from other families, as well as some of the revenue that we've been able to keep here in the building through fundraisers and donations and things of that nature. We're able to provide a financial scholarship for students. So thank you so much for all of your support. Our Winter Festival, that's coming up on February 27th. I have not checked the Sign Up Genius, but I know we were looking for volunteers as well as cookie donations and drink mix. I believe it was lemonade. So if that is something that you are interested in being able to donate, or if you have your time that you can provide, if you click here, this will take you to our Sign Up Genius. Next week, we are running an A and B schedule. Next Wednesday, again, we are going on a field trip. That is a full day of school. So again, next week, A and B schedules. Staff emails, nothing has changed here, but obviously if you have any questions, if you need any support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our junior high calendar, we are still in the month of January. But one thing I did want to point out is this is coming up. March 4th and 5th, we have our spring family conferences. On the 4th, it'll be from 5:30 to 8. That's here in person. And then the 12:30 to 3 session the next day is virtual. So that'll be via, I think we used Google Meet last time. So again, we have the in-person conferences on the 4th from 5:30 to 8. And then the virtual conferences will be the following day. We will send that sign-up link, I believe, the last week of February is when we've got it set to release. So just want to put that on everybody's radar. But yeah, still in January. But I tell you what, I'm looking forward to March because the cold, I'm not feeling it. All right, calendar, clubs and activities. Same old, you know. Click it, it takes you to what we got going on. Always some fun, great stuff going on. And last but not least, I wanted to end with this word. When I saw this, it made me think about the opening quote that we always start with our humanity is bound up in one another's, for we can only be human together. This one is from Mother Teresa. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. I know for me, the older that I get, you know, the more trips I take around the sun, I appreciate community and I appreciate the fellowship and I appreciate that connection and just that shared humanity that we all have in common, and being able to understand that we grow and we benefit by way of supporting one another and honoring one another, recognizing one another. That brings a lot of peace. That's not to say that there isn't frustrations, because we know we are living in times that are difficult. But the more I can understand and trust and lean on the fact that we grow and we better understand one another, or the more that we better understand one another, the easier life becomes. So I find a lot of peace in that. So when I saw this, I was like, I like that. I liked it a lot because it ties right in with my humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together. Have a good weekend. Stay warm. See everybody next week. Take care.